This is It Was a Thing. And
What's good, everybody? Yeah, I'll invite you, Eric, because I'm also going to do it inside the zine after. So yeah, I'm about to turn the camera on in a minute. I was just thinking about some shit. But yeah, you good, bro? You good? It was a late night stream anyway, so because Try didn't come last night because he was watching a movie with his moms and shit. Anybody watch the American Music Awards? Yeah. All right. Give me a second. Come on. I sent it, Eric. It's a classic old school R&B. Yeah, lately I've been listening to a lot of 70s soul lately. I don't know why. I think after that whole Shaka Stephanie verses, I guess. But what artists you been listening to, Q? You say you went to an anime con. That's what's up. Moonflower, where you from, by the way, Moonflower? Yeah, I remember when I used to be in school and the teacher would make you go up to the fucking board and do the math problems or some shit like that, and then they'll be like, you can't leave the board unless you can't leave the board unless you solve the problem and shit. If you watched the whole American Music Awards, Q, did you see the whole New Edition, New Kids on the Block performance or whatever? That's really the one I was. I'm not the biggest AMA fan like that, but that's the one I kind of was looking forward for. But I'm gonna check who won the awards and shit like that just in case. What's good, Eric?
What's up, man? How you doing, brother?
Today's actually been a very crazy day. How about yourself?
I'm around just chilling, just working on my channel and shit.
Yeah, man. For people. Yeah, man. Just been trying to get my shit together. Oh, Jesus Christ, what? Lord, give me one second. My mom texted me. My phone.
All right, cool.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. My mom. You know how mom stuff.
No, you straight.
Laugh now, cry later. I don't know if I would call that the worst one, but it is a little mediocre in some parts.
I don't
I
know
like.
no Ice Cube albums after his '90s stuff like that, so I can't really give y'all my thoughts and perspective on like War and Peace Volume One and Volume Two and stuff. I got both CDs though, but I just ain't never listened to them.
Yeah. When it comes to anything after maybe Lethal Injection solo wise, I'm very, very, very particular about listening to those.
Yeah, I would add like the West Side Connection album, to that. But anything with him solo wise, I can't think of anything that I actually like after that. You probably like songs here and there, but like album wise, I wouldn't even think that I like anything from him.
What's good?
What's good, bro?
What's
What's
up,
good?
Trey?
What up? What's going on?
talking about Q, American Music Awards.
Oh man,
Did you see any of it?
I did. The best part was just seeing New Edition and New Kids on the Block. You know what
How
I'm
did that go?
saying? That was great, man. They need a verses. They I like the way, and they both did like the dance steps together, and they did a couple songs, and it was great. Bobby Brown was well behaved,
He
and
wasn't drunk or nothing.
nah, no drunk. He was dancing with them. That's the way it should be. Like I want
Yeah,
to see Bobby. If you're a part of the group, you should be doing the dance steps with them, and he was well behaved, and everybody sounded great.
Hmm.
It was great. That was dope. Definitely enjoyed that. Silk Sonic opened up the show. They were good. Um, Giveon performed. He won for best. I think best new artist.
Yeah, give you
Um,
and I heard some good things about
yeah,
him.
yeah. He could sing. He was good. It was good. It was a good, nice little show.
Hmm. Okay. What about raw footage? I actually like raw footage. To be honest with you, I'm about to look up who won the awards and shit.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande won Artist of the Year. Okay.
Mhm.
No, actually, scratch that. BTS won Artist of the Year. Excuse me.
Right.
Doja Cat and SZA Kiss Me More collaboration.
Wow.
I like that. I just don't like her Planet Her album, her Hot Pink album, like way
Right.
better.
Megan Thee Stallion Body favorite trending song.
Trash.
Yeah.
Favorite trending song. That's how far we come from a music awards. Okay.
You
Favorite
talk
music.
about black
vi-
liberation and shit, but you out here shaking your ass and stuff like you in a porno shoot. Like, come on now.
Thank you. Favorite music video. Lil Nas X Monchero.
Gay.
That that beat out the Weekend Save Your Tears. By the way. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
The weekend won that in my opinion. We already
Mhm.
know what it was with these award shows when it comes to dude acting like minstrel characters and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ed Sheeran Best Male Pop Artist trash. Taylor Swift Female
I just
Pop
picked up Ed
trash.
Sheeran new album too.
Oh wow.
This shit can't. This shit is not. It didn't even come in like a regular like CD holder. It was like some like flimsy little shit. Like this shit here. This shit.
Hmm.
Look how thin this shit is. That's
Does it
what it
got a
came
track
in.
listing on it? Is
Yeah,
it
there's a
like
track list
After
on it.
Hours with no fucking
Nah,
track
nah.
listing?
There's
Oh,
a track
okay.
listing. There's a track listing on it. But this shit is like it's not even a CD holder. Like it's
That's
not
a
even
damn
a real
digipack,
case.
ain't it?
What the fuck is it? Nah, it's thinner than a
That,
Digipack though. It's thinner than that.
God damn.
What the fuck? So if you order from
Whatever happened to
Amazon,
like
if you order from Amazon, just be wary of that because like this shit is
yeah.
like flimsy as fuck.
I want to
Whatever
hear.
happened to like motherfuckers actually having their CDs in like regular CD cases? Like, what's up with that?
I don't know. I do not know.
So guess what? One favorite hip hop album.
What's that?
Megan's Good News.
Oh lord. They didn't show the hip hop awards. They showed like one hip hop award. They didn't show everything.
Yeah, I'm not reading this trash. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm ready to start whenever
Yeah.
y'all are.
Yeah.
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Sunday night? Sunday night, the best night to watch us. It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
What
Got
up?
my homeboy Eric with me as well.
What's up, y'all?
All right, so this is gonna be a double review. I've been talking about this for a while now. This is going to be the Ice Cube's War and Peace Volume series. We're going to start off with Volume One, which I don't have that out of my collection.
I got it. I got both of them.
Okay,
I
perfect.
do
Oh,
too.
Yes.
okay, perfect. So I don't have to share this. All right, and I got our Volume Two,
Yes.
which I'm going to be quite honest with y'all. I'm going to be quite honest. I do mean to get Volume One, but I'm not in a rush to get it. I just got one of the volumes just because I'm. Spoiler alert. Well, if y'all already know, I'm not the biggest fans of these albums, but
Mhm. Right.
at the same time, I do have interesting thoughts. Let's just say that.
Mhm.
So let's start with Volume One because I think we have to start with Volume One. Excuse me.
Right.
So this album came out in November 17th, 1998 on Lynch Mob under Priority. Two singles came out called Pushing Weight and Fuck Dying. Producers include Ice Cube, who's an executive producer, Buddha, EA Ski, NO Joe, T Mix, Butch, T Walker, and M Demby. Guest appearances include Mr. Short Mr. Short Chop, excuse me. Which I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. He's a Lynch Mob affiliate, but he was like the MVP in both of these albums. I'm just gonna be quite honest with y'all and shit.
Right.
Corn, interesting. Mac 10 and K Mac. Yeah. All right. So after the release of Lethal Injection, I mean, he focused a bit more on acting. I mean, he dropped like 4 albums in consecutive years, so he didn't want to take a little break and shit like that. I mean, he was still doing music, like soundtrack placements,
Right.
and he was also working on the Lynch Mob roster, like with artists like Cam and Yo Yo,
Mm-hmm.
Caution. Rest in peace, Gonzo, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, man. What was I about to say? And then he was in movies too. And like around that time, he was working on like Friday,
Right.
Higher Learning.
Mm-hmm.
What was that movie? Anaconda. This was after like Boys in the Hood. It's just after Trespass and shit like that too.
Yep.
Um, Also around this time too, in '95, he had formed the West Side Connection
Mm-hmm.
with Mac 10 and Dub C, which if you guys watched the beef episode I did on the whole Cypress Hill
Right.
Cam, the 2 part, I explained the whole history behind that. So
Yep.
and we recently talked about West Side Connection's only 2 albums too, so
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
not gonna spend too much time on the formation of that.
Right.
So around this time, like I said, he was pretty much experimenting a lot,
Yep.
around this time. Like the Bow Down album, you know what I'm saying? He started calling himself Don Mega. Yeah. And pretty much around this time too, and like I've always talked about this, like when it came to Q's when it came to Q shit in the early '90s, his voice was like more fluid, like more charismatic. But this is the era. Like I want to say the Bow Down era was the beginning of it, but this album, the War and Peace, was like when he started rapping it in that weird voice, like I'm a like he started doing that kind of shit, and
Right.
oh Jesus Christ. And if it was years ago when I first started this channel, I would have never touched these albums, to be quite honest with you.
What
But
made you do it now?
well, like I said, I try to do I'm trying to do like a lot more albums. Like albums, I said I didn't like. I always want to back up what I say,
Right.
and I don't always want to like do the main. 'Cause like I said, I've talked about the first 4 Cube albums, Bow Down and whatnot. That's why I just wanted to like jump into like these later albums and stuff like that too, because just to get my thoughts out of the table. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And also, I think the album anniversary was a couple of days ago too. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yep.
what better way? What better way to talk about this album and shit too? So where was I? Where was I on with this? Okay, so yeah, that weird ass voice and like we be clubbing, and that always threw me the fuck off
Mhm.
because of the fact that I'm used to the NWA cue, like the flow, like look at the flow he did on Steady Mobbin compared to the flow he did on the Miss Dr. Frankenstein track, and y'all know what I'm getting at and shit too. But any other than that, yeah, man. Also around this time too, he started experimenting with metal music. The whole new metal sound because he
Mhm.
started working with like David Bowie. He started working with Korn. Like he appeared on Korn's Children of the Corn album too.
Right.
Um, yeah, man. So this album came out in 1998. You know, um, Do you already show the booklet or some shit? Too?
Yes. Now I don't know if Eric's version comes with it. It's like a hologram, like the album cover's supposed to change. It's like a hologram of mine. I don't know if anybody can see it on the thing, but it's like it changes. Like his stick goes like back and forth. So the damn stick that he's holding, it changes with the hologram.
Interesting.
I couldn't even
Yeah.
tell you the difference, man. All I know,
Yeah.
he had his face painted like on some insane
Yes.
clown posse type shit.
Right.
I don't know what that was about.
Yep.
I
Don
hate that.
Mega.
Oh my god, what was he
Don Mega.
thinking with
Don
that
Mega.
shit?
Shit. I like it. It's something different from him.
Yeah, and and I'm gonna say one more thing before I really get into this. Out of the two albums, this one is the better of the two, but
Yes, it is clearly,
clearly, with
definitely.
we're gonna get into the second one in a minute, but even though I'm not the biggest fan, some songs I feel like aged better than others these days.
Right.
So,
Yep.
well, let's start off with the "Ask About Me" song. Um, I noticed a theme when it came to this album. There's like a lot more braggadocio. Q, a lot
Right.
more songs where Q was trying to reclaim like his gangster rap form because by '98, gangster rap was kind of, I'm not gonna say dead. It was just in a weird spot after Pac's death, after the Dogfather album. I mean, you had still had cats like J.O. Felony. You still had cats like what's the fucker's name? You still had yeah, y'all know where I'm getting. Y'all know where I'm getting. It's just like a lot more. Oh, MCA, yeah, MCA.
Hmm.
You still had DJ Quick, but even at that
Right.
time too, DJ Quick was
He changed up. He wasn't
he
doing
was
gangster rap
changing
anymore.
up. That the Rhythm Alism album was
Right.
more R&B influence.
Yeah, he was like gangster, smooth with it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even on the song "Use a Gangster," he was talking about that shit too.
Right.
But back to Ice Cube. This is actually a pretty straightforward song. It's just pretty much people asking about him, about how he's a gangster rap. He was the main writer with NWA. You know, he was pretty much dropped America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate. He was just that dude and shit like that too. So
Right.
this is actually a pretty straight song. I fuck with it.
This was a good song off the gate. I liked it. The dope beat and the synthesizers on here. And you got Cube saying, "Rather pump a pistol when it's up in your gristle. Hand your mama a tissue if I decide to kiss you." And I think it set off like the start of the album, and it set the tone for this album of two albums at that. And I liked it. I liked the song. I think it was dope.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm sorry, I got used to it. I thought everyone would say something about it anyway. But yeah, I feel your point on this. Um, Next track, "Pushing Weight" featuring Mr. Chop. This one is actually one of the better songs again off this album. First of all, I don't know if y'all remember, I love the single artwork
Hmm.
where it looks like he's in this red suit, like he looks like he got that shit from Suge Knight or something.
Right.
Like just the imagery of this album is just like on some apocalyptic. Yeah, you can probably say apocalyptic kind of shit.
Well,
Like,
that's where the makeup comes from too. Like you said you didn't like the makeup, but I think that plays a part in the whole feel of the album.
yeah, I feel you. But pushing weight, pretty much definitely dope. Talking about how pushing drugs, using it as a metaphor for like, making rhymes and shit like that. Kind of something, you concept wise, Jay-Z was something to do with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know Joe made the beat, so that's always a plus.
I didn't like this song when it came out in the beginning.
Same.
I remember like seeing they played the video live on Rap City back then. I didn't like it, but the song grew on me like over the years, and I definitely think it's a dope song now. And Mr. Short Cop on it, and I love the
Yeah.
I love the chorus. Say yeah. I push rhymes like weight. Fire. Definitely a banger. I don't know if I would have made it the first single off of this album. I think he could have chose another song, but it's definitely a banger. Like now that looking back on this album like 20 something years later, but yeah, this was dope. This was dope.
Very dope. Next track, Dr. Frankenstein. Again, another metaphorical track. You know, Ice Cube taking the position of like the scientist, and like, I think like gangster rap is supposed to be the Frankenstein, some shit like that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not the most original song because you had motherfucking cats like hell. Andre Harrell was in a duo called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Rest in peace, Andre Harrell,
mhm.
and shit like that. So it's not the most original song, but at the same time, Ice Cube's performance elevated it, I guess. So yeah, I fucked with it.
I definitely like the intro, like the way that it had like that Frankenstein, intro with the thunder rolling and it's raining in the background, and then you hearing like Cube is like the evil doctor at work and giving birth to gangster rap, and he actually that was like in his first lines on the verse, and saying gangster rap has arrived. I'm the only man alive. October 31st, 1985. Hard times just got harder. Adolescent Ice Cube, the shit starter. And yeah, like when NWA blew up, it was like, what I'm saying, like they definitely opened the door for gangster rap in that genre, in hip hop, and I like the whole intro, and I could definitely see a video for this, man. Like it had that horrorcore vibe to it, you know what I'm saying, and I loved it. A nice beat, a very eerie melody. I love the synthesizers on it. It had like a dope G funk, dark track, and it was dope.
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, Q. Q said like he felt like Mr. Cop was the weakest member. I'm just like I don't
Oh
think
Lord,
so.
yeah, because
I
Pac is not on it, so you know, and
listen to his
anything other than Pac, you don't care to listen to. So
Machiavelli, Hail
you know what I mean?
Mary.
Yeah,
listen to his only album Q. It was dope. But that's the thing also about the lynch mob niggas and shit. Like Cube could have really done something with that Cube.
Yeah,
Like let's be
if he
real.
actually, he could have did something with caution too.
My yeah, minus Yo Yo because Yo Yo did some shit. But
Yo
yeah,
was dope. Yeah,
caution.
Caution, Fire, Don Jaguar. Like he had some dope people in the lynch mob. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know,
Um. Another album gets to some shit with this fuck dying. Oh man, I guess we have to talk about this one, y'all.
well, you
Um,
can skip it if you. You don't
no,
want to.
no, 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 no. I feel like I have to give my thoughts, so
Yeah.
I hate it.
I know he just didn't say that. Oh my God.
You
Wow.
know what?
He said the Outlaws ruined
You
Tupac
bugging.
songs.
You
Okay,
bugging.
Q. Now
You
you
bugging.
bugging, dude.
Hell no.
You know what? Some parts I do agree with it on some
No.
songs.
I never heard of
Hell no.
Outlaws. I never heard of
Hell no,
Outlaws
that.
feature that they
Hail,
ruined the song. Never.
Hail Mary.
Still I rise.
Hell
The whole
Mary. Hell no. What are you talking
Hail
about?
Mary.
That could have
What?
been a Pac
Hell
solo
no.
track.
What?
It could have
Outlaws
been.
did not need
It could have been. But he didn't do it like that.
Song.
What are y'all
Hell,
talking about, man? Do
I
y'all
didn't
just
say
listen
that.
to Outlaws?
Bomb
That Q
first.
said
I'm
that.
sorry. Hell, I'm
Bomb
gonna be
First
real.
was fire.
It was fire,
Born First was
but
fire as fuck.
But there's a
That is
lot of songs that
president.
Pac could have did on his own that he didn't do.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Nah.
It couldn't just be about Pac all the time. If you're gonna have a team behind you, you gotta have your
Exactly.
dudes rapping.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, DMX will always have all his Rough Riders and all his songs and shit like that. I'm just saying. No, he didn't even have.
They
a lot
made
of songs
compilations for
like-
that though,
He
Reg.
made compilation albums, and most of them had solo albums out at that time. I mean,
Oh, my
Eve
Lord.
had shit out the lots, Drag On. I mean, he had a plethora of dudes with albums out at that time.
Exactly.
Ice Cube could have been doing the same thing. And if Pac was still alive, he would have been doing the same thing with the
How,
Outlaws.
how many times do you hear Westside Gun with Conway or Benny? He's always doing shit with them.
Okay, but you gotta remember, that is a crew. Griselda,
They're a record label. They're not a
Yeah.
crew. They're a record label.
record label, crew. You know what I'm getting at. You know.
Outlaws was a crew. Tupac was a part of Drummercidal and the Outlaws.
Yes,
That's his crew.
I get that, I'm just saying there are certain Pac songs I felt like the Outlaws was not needed. Just like there's certain Biggie songs I felt like we didn't need a puffy ad lib or a puffy voiceover or
Are
whatever.
you
I'm just being
serious?
honest. I'm just being
That
fucking
that
honest.
that had a bad boy. He was on everything. What do you mean? He was on total albums that he probably shouldn't have been on in the background.
Okay,
Take
but
that,
still,
take that.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Can we get back to this Ice Cube? Can we please just get back? Because we can continue to
You
I,
chat.
started
I'm
this shit.
I'm more
You
surprised at
started
Q.
this shit.
Listen, I'm more surprised at Q. If you like a Tupac lover, you
I
should
can't
love those
believe you
songs with
said that.
Outlawz. I don't
Thug
understand
Life,
that.
How
Thug
dare you,
Life
sir?
over Outlaws any day.
Thug Life
Really.
Volume 1 or the
They had one
Outlaw?
The
album. They
whole
had one
group.
album. They had one album together.
They had one album,
They had one
but
album.
they had technically they had another album that was
It
unreleased.
ain't out.
So
It ain't coming out. That shit
I'm
ain't
just
coming out.
saying, Pac knew how to use them cats. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
Just
said
like Daddy.
many times
Just like
before.
Daddy's another track.
Right. And I said many times before, their best shit is with Tupac. Anything outside of that, they don't have the same energy after he passed away. And they still making music now. It's not the same energy like when
Yeah.
he was here.
Okay. Anyway, fuck dying. Yeah, I never liked this track. Never. I mean, Corn. I like Corn with the first two albums, but yeah, him and Q. I don't know. The new metal itself is an acquired taste for me. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, but it would better be it's better Corn than Limp Bizkit.
Oh Lord.
I thought you finished say Leaking Fart. We about to be fine up in here.
Well, Linkin Park, I fuck with Linkin Park some songs, but Limp Bizkit's trash.
Oh boy.
They're cool. I like them.
I'll
Yeah.
fuck with him.
Yeah.
I love it. I love this song. It's like a continuation from the last song, and you have like that ghoulish voice on the start of the track.
Yeah.
And the voice is saying, Cube has to come with him, and Cube says, I ain't going anywhere with you, and if you touch me, I'm gonna kick your ass. And it had like a real dope beat, and the rock guitars from Korn, and it was a dope feature with them. And you got Cube saying collisions, divisions of niggas down to listen, and when we on the mission, call your mortician. I love that flow that he had on this track, and this was like a dope rap rock fusion type of track.
True. True. I just
Is it Korn that you don't like, or you just don't like the track at all?
no. I like Corn. Like I said, I like Corn. I mostly like early Corn, but
Hmm.
it's not like how Public Enemy and Anthrax came out. If it was early '90s Cube
Hmm.
and he did some shit with rock artists, that could have definitely worked and shit.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah, it would have probably been good on like America's Most Wanted or something.
Right.
Yeah, but something about I don't know. Eric, I just saw your message, Juggalo. Cube.
Well, which one do you dislike the most? This song or the joint that Q-Tip did with Korn on the Amplified album?
Oh damn, Jesus Christ!
Because I think this one
That's
was
like
better than the
that's
Q-Tip
like
one.
asking. That's like asking who's my least favorite uncle. Shit.
Oh man.
Man,
I'm gonna have to go with. See, I'm gonna have to go with the Q-Tip joint because at least with the
Mm.
Q joint, he still kept that aggression. Q-Tip and Corn should not even
Yeah.
be in the same space.
Yeah, I didn't
I never heard that
Yeah.
a day in my life. Him doing something
Yeah.
with Corn, like
Mhm.
I don't know.
That's on
I'd rather
Amplified.
listen to this album than Amplified right now, but
I never listened to that, so I can't even give my opinion on it.
Well, try likes it. I did.
I liked it. I liked it. It was
Jay-
okay.
Jay Dilla fan. I mean, I love Jay Dilla, but that was some of his worst beats on that album. On some real shit. Like,
No.
Yo, I'm still tripping off this
That was-
album cover. Like, what the
that's
fuck
definitely-
is this, man? He was definitely inspired by the Insane Clown Posse. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
He
Like,
probably was.
if you look at their album covers and shit, like their booklets and stuff, and how they wore their face paint on like the first
Right.
6 Joker cards, he was definitely inspired by them.
Right.
you'll be surprised what I have to say about this album cover. That's all I got.
Oh boy. G, he doesn't like it.
I never said that. I
You
never
don't like
said
it? Oh,
that.
you do like it. Okay.
I never said that either.
You don't like it either.
I never said that. I said you'll be
Oh
surprised.
man. The mystery.
Yeah. So now we're gonna get into War and Peace, which I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my favorite track off this album. You know, This is really where Cube kind of went back to that vintage kind of flow, and this is the storytelling Cube that I fucking like. You know what I'm saying? And which is one thing about the Lethal Injection album. I felt like with that album, there was stories, but it was not mostly a lot of stories compared to like the previous three. And it's pretty much telling a story about how just niggas are out to assassinate him,
Right.
out to get him and shit like that. And that beat is so grimy as fuck. Like, oh
Yes.
my god. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? One of my all-time favorite Cube songs from this period. I love it. Oh, and
Definitely a mhm.
Buddha produced this one too.
Definitely a dope track. I love the title track, and like Ronnie mentioned, he sampled No Doubt, Don't Speak. You know that the beginning part of that track from the Tragic Kingdom album. I love that album from No Doubt. This was a dope one, nice beat and bass line. You had like bombs and air rifle sounds going off in the background, and the girl singing on the chorus, and Cube saying my Crips and my Bloods, criminals and my thugs. Just show a nigga love when I'm rolling on them dubs. Just give a nigga hugs. We can ride on this piece. West side for life, but still down with the east. Definitely a banger. One of my favorite tracks on here.
Definitely, definitely. A track we actually agreed on. Okay. All
It,
right.
it's not gonna happen too much with these albums.
I'm saying. I'm saying this shit. Now we're gonna get into Ghetto Vet. I swear to God, who is coming up with these titles? Featuring Matt 10 and Mr. Cop. Again, very cool song. You know what I'm saying? This tells a story about how you have this gangster who was like dangerous. He was like very fearful in his neighborhood or whatever. But at the same time, you know, sooner or later he starts. People don't really be scared of him no more, and so he pretty much gets reduced to the same people that he tried to terrorize in his neighborhood and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting story in my opinion. I
Mhm.
definitely feel like again, Mr. Cop stole the show off this one and stuff like that. I love it.
I think it was a dope track, and I like the way how it started off with like Cube on the phone with his homie and talking about like niggas trying to kill him and all that, and really dope beat. The pianos on it, the bass line. You got Cube saying talking shit because I'm down for my set. I'm a vet, smoking on a wet cigarette. Love that flow by Cube, and Mr. Shortcop did his thing on it.
What the hell?
An- Another banger, huh?
Yeah.
I'm looking at something that Ronnie said in the
Oh,
track. What sample Migos used?
Migo use a sample?
I couldn't tell that they used it.
I don't know.
Shit, I don't even listen to them mixtapes like
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Shit. Anyway, now we're gonna get into Greed. This track was okay. You know what I'm saying? Not really one of the biggest favorites off this album, but it was decent.
Yeah, it was okay. You got like the narrator, and we hear like this narrator voice on a lot of the introductions to these tracks, and he's saying with power comes money, with money comes greed, and I thought it was a nice little track. It was cool.
Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna get into MP, which is Master P skit. Just Master P just giving his love to Cube, because at that time, he was at his prime at that time, I guess. So Cube wanted to show him some love.
Right. I that was a surprise to hear Master P on a Cube album, and I agree with what he said. Is whether it's the East, the West, the North, the South, it's not about where you're from. It's about how you come. I definitely agree with that, and yeah, it was cool. It was cool to hear P on the Ice Cube album.
Definitely. All right. They're gonna get Cash Over Ass. This and the next track pretty much has like the same theme. Pretty much talking about how can't always think money over every. It's pretty much like get your mind right and get your money straight. Pretty much, Q giving his advice and whatever. So I like this
Right.
one.
Yeah, this was dope. Nice beat, nice background vocals by the females, and it was a dope track.
Definitely. Now we're gonna get into the Curse of Money featuring Mac
Mm,
10. I kind of prefer the other track over this one on some real shit, but again,
right.
definitely a very solid track. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't really care for the beat too much on this
Yeah,
one. The beat I felt like could have been used for somebody else.
right.
Hell, I would have even, and I like Eno Joe too, but
Mhm.
I could have just if Mac 10 probably did this on his '97 album, I would have accepted it there.
Right. Yeah, I didn't care for the beat. I think the beat was like the main thing about the track I didn't care for. You know, but having Mac 10 on it was always cool. I love Mac 10 stuff, so
Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna get into the pecking order. I didn't care for this track. To be real with y'all.
the pecking order again, you got like that narrator come in the beginning of the track, and you know he speaks and he's saying, you know, in the deep and dark bowels of the underworld, order must be maintained without a strict and forgiving chain of command. Chaos is inevitable, and then the beat drops. Really, really, you know, eerie type of melody. You know, there was the guitars in it, and the bass line was real eerie and really dark track. You got Mac 10 on the chorus. You got Cube saying "Gangsta Paradise ain't nothing nice. Yeah, we living so trife. We need Jesus in our life." And I thought it was like again, it had like a horrorcore feel to it, and it was like a really dark track, and you know, it had like that apocalyptic feel to it, just like Dr. Frankenstein, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, sir. Ronnie said Wiz Khalifa used the ghetto vet sample. You
Everybody
just
using
a
it.
you just a regular encyclopedia, aren't you?
And they
Rock,
doing them off mixtapes too, so I couldn't even tell. So you know,
yeah,
That's what I like about Ronnie. He just comes out with facts. Like,
yeah,
y'all remember that show Barney Miller?
mhm,
Y'all remember that nigga
yeah,
Dietrich, that nigga with the
mhm,
glasses who just comes out with random facts. That's who Ronnie be reminded me of.
wow.
Yeah, man. Anyway, had to throw that out there. That shit. Limos, demos, and bimbos. I swear to God, these titles. I swear to God.
No, no.
what the fuck is
The
up
bitch,
with these titles, man? Shit.
he was doing too much.
You know who produced this track?
Who?
Rick Dutch cousin. That's who
Who the hell
produced
is
it.
that?
Uh, I don't know. What's up with these names?
Oh my lord.
Well, this track is actually not bad. You know, it's a back and forth track between Cube and Cop. Surprisingly, I felt Cube had the best of upper hand over Cop on this one. Surprisingly and shit. You know, well, not surprisingly, he's a legend, but at the same time, when it comes to this album, that's why I said I like the line where he said, "I could give a fuck about you hitting on my way to the Coliseum with 17.5 waiting. They scream for the limousine. It's so clean. Tinted, your shit is rented. You know we spend it. Yeah, yeah,
Oh my lord.
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I be loving his ad libs on this area. Like, oh,
Oh god.
my
This,
nigga.
No. I think the title is whack. The song is whack. I don't like nothing about it. Um, I it's, when we get to like give our rating on the album, I think I know what he was trying to do with this whole album, and it didn't work because it was either you're gonna do this type of album or you're gonna do that type of album. It can't be mixed in, and he did that on a lot of these songs that it didn't work. But I didn't care for this song.
That's what's up.
What up,
Yeah,
Sam?
man. Now we're gonna get into Once Upon a Time in the Projects 2. Now I have a lot to say about this song.
oh shit.
Out of
I don't.
out of out of all the songs on this album, this is the one I asked myself, why a sequel to this one? And it's interesting too because Redman that same year
Right,
did the Doc's the Name 2000,
right.
the Jersey Yo,
Jersey, oh yeah.
and this might be unpopular, controversial opinion, but I felt like that version was more Ice Cube than this version.
And that one was better than this one.
Don't get me wrong. I didn't dislike this version, but I just felt like it was one of those. How can I put this? You know, when you listen to a B movie soundtrack, and you can tell it's a B movie because you know the rap songs all sound the same. This is what it kind of sounds like to me and shit. You know? Yeah. So I
Are
mean,
you
it's not
watching?
a bad.
Are you watching Taxi?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I heard the taxi song in the background. I wasn't. Oh, I don't know if I was bugging.
Damn, this TV, it's on 4 and it's loud as fuck. God damn.
Damn, I can't hear shit. Damn. Usually, Ronnie or Sam or one of them in the chat
Yeah,
be understanding what
they
Reg be listening.
slacking.
Y'all need to
I
start
know,
bugging Reg house again. Y'all be hearing what he
Right?
do.
I know Taxi's the best sitcom of all time and shit.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
The best sitcom of all time? What?
The best sitcom
Nah.
of all time.
Hell no.
Yes.
I will watch Martin and Fresh Prince over Taxi any day.
Okay. Martin and Fresh Prince is good, but Taxi, it doesn't have the heart Taxi does. And I'm a Martin fan.
Wow.
Well, just because I'm black, just because I can't from the black sitcom as my
Nope.
favorite. I mean,
That has nothing to do with that. Nope.
the Americans love the Golden Girls and shit.
I've tried to watch some of those sitcoms that you hold in.
The Golden Girls.
Some of those sitcoms that Reg hold in high regard. I've tried to watch like Cheers, and I think they're boring. I don't see
Cheers?
nothing. Cheers and Frasier and Seinfeld. I'm like, what's so good about these shows?
Seinfeld's ass.
Okay.
Never
I
liked
can
those shows.
understand Seinfeld. I can understand Frasier, but Cheers. Come on, man.
I never seen that shit before.
What?
I like
Are you
Mama's
serious?
Family.
About a bunch of drunks
At
in
first,
a bar.
I did not like Seinfeld and Frasier at first, but it grew on me.
They never grew on me.
Nigga, I never liked Seinfeld. They
No.
throw that shit in the trash. Nigga. Shit,
Overrated to me.
Hell, I love Mama's Family. What's up?
Yeah,
I
they-
like Mama's Family. That was on my list.
Yeah.
Mama's Family was funny though. They were funny. You know.
Yeah, but
I-
Taxi, come on, the plot is Taxi, the cinematography.
What was the plot?
That,
The plot though, they were like talking at a.
they were taxi drivers chasing the American dream, but they
Oh, boy.
always fell in this dark hole, which was the Sunshine Cab Company. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Full House is it's alright. It never-
Full House is way better.
Full House is
Whoa,
I'll
fire.
wait,
watch
what?
Full House. I will
Full
watch
House
Full
is
House.
better than
Yes.
Taxi?
Yes, it is.
Full
Yes,
House
it
is
is.
better than Taxi.
I never
Yes, it
seen
is.
Taxi, but I
Full House is better.
Cool, though.
I can watch Full House any day. Than
You
Taxi.
will put Bob Saget over
Yes.
Danny DeVito, my nigga?
Bob Saget and Uncle Jesse, Aunt Becky, all of them.
Come on.
Yep.
Give me Lock Cut any day over fucking Joey.
Wow. Okay.
Let me tell you something.
You just
Did Joey ever make cookies that was laced with fucking cocaine and got
Red,
Danny and Jesse high as fuck? Did he ever do that?
Red just has an older soul than us. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
your,
got a
your
old
soul is like
show.
older than me. You know what I'm
I know
saying?
classic shows from like garbage, like fucking Friends. That shit ass too.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck,
get that out of here.
Friends. Yeah. Fuck
I rather George Lopez way better than Friends. I say that right now.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd rather watch George Lopez 4 o'clock in the morning at Nick and Night any day.
Hell yeah. I mean, come on now. Everybody like Sanford and Son in here.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yes,
Louis
definitely.
Corner
Top
Rents.
20.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell, all in the Family. Don't even get
Yes.
me
All in the
started on
Family
that.
was good. Yes.
The Jeffersons.
I think the old people were funny though. You watching some other
Yeah.
shit.
Good
No.
times.
Give me Amen.
Amen was funny. Yes.
But at the same time, none of them are touching Taxi. I'm just gonna be
You're
real.
crazy.
Remember
just gonna be
next
real.
to the test?
I don't even remember you having Taxi on in the top 5 when we were talking about the
It was my
shows.
number one.
That was your number one?
Yes.
Wow. I don't remember that.
I never heard of it,
all
sir.
the
So
time.
I don't know.
It was
Ashley likes Taxi. Ashley likes. I'm about to say Tacky. Ashley likes Taxi too.
Well, I never really talked. I never really asked her like that, but I told her my favorite sitcom is Taxi.
Wow.
It was Taxi.
I
My
did
number
not know
one. My number 2 was Lucy. Number 3 was All in the Family.
I love Lucy.
Yeah.
I never seen that.
Lucy is better than Taxi.
Okay,
Lucy is way better than
I'm not
Taxi.
gonna get mad at you about that because everybody loves Lucy. I'm not
Different
gonna
Strokes
get
is way better. Way better than that.
mad. Okay.
Damn Queen song killed the whole damn show.
I don't watch none of this shit. Reg watch shit that my mother watch. Gunsmoke and Bonanza. I don't even watch that shit.
Let's get
Miami Vice for me.
Reg,
man.
you sure you're not like in your 70s, yo?
Shows and shit. I like the old cowboy movies though, but
Look.
Reg,
Nick at Night and TV Land. I used to go up on a lot of that fucking shit.
I grew up on that shit too, but I didn't watch all that shit that you
love
was watching though.
Nickelodeon. I love Nickelodeon and shit. Then at night I started sitcoms. I was like, okay, I see real people on Nickelodeon. Okay. I was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
it was Toonami and Adult Swim for me. So
Yes,
you know.
Adult Swim, yeah.
Yeah, Adult Swim. Toonami, yes. What was that shit? What was that shit they had back in the day too? WGN too. I used to watch some shit from
Oh,
them.
the channel?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a show. I'm about to say I definitely don't know that show. I don't know that one.
yeah, let's get back to this review
Yeah.
because I don't want to talk about sitcoms.
We
I
already
still
did
have.
that. We did that for like 6 hours. So.
All right, I still want to trash this album and shit.
Oh
Like,
boy.
what's
That's
happening? I love underrated. By the way, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, so I don't care for we at if I was fucking you, right?
No, we still on track 13. Once
Oh
upon a
yeah,
time in the project.
I gave my thoughts and shit.
It was okay. It's not to me. I don't think he needed a sequel. Not on this album though. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have put that on Lethal Injection. I didn't feel like he needed to put it on
Yeah,
here.
you can say that about a lot of songs on
Right.
motherfuckers' albums and shit. Lil Kim.
hmm
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I felt like the Redman version was better. I like Jersey Yo. That was a better song to me.
I
You
agree.
know. Yeah.
Now I want to get to if I was fucking you. Speaking of lethal injection, this features Mr. Chop and K Mac. This kind of reminds me of a little bit between Make It Rough, Make It Smooth from Lethal Injection. Add
Okay.
a little bit of touches with yeah, Make It Rough, Make It. I'm just gonna give you it. This is an okay track.
Right.
Not really one of my favorites.
It was okay. Again, it's not one of my favorites. It was, and the beat was okay. You know.
Hmm. Now we're gonna get to X Bitches. This is another favorite. Next to War and Peace, probably my second favorite track off this album because it reminds me of You Can't Fade Me from America's Most Wanted, mixed with Do You Like Criminals from West Side Connection.
Right.
I love the Prince sample that N.O. Joe used for this one. Um, pretty straightforward song. Again, underrated.
hmm
I'm not too crazy about the title because you know what, everyone
Right.
kind of using X bitches or some shit like that. But you know what, I'm just gonna keep
Right.
my mouth shut on that.
This was dope. This had like a G Funk sound to it. I love the beat and the synthesizers on it. And you got Cube saying, there's no end to your nagging. You can't treat me like I'm fagging. Ho, you know I'm sagging. Why I gotta act like a motherfucking asshole to be king of my motherfucking castle? You'll never be Mrs. Breaking all my dishes. I fuck all my ex bitches. Love that verse from Cube and, just really, talking about his ex chicks and, how they'll never be wifey. And I like the chorus, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, the world ain't yours. And that was dope. This was a dope track. And it's like we get to like the end of this album. I'm like, this should have been higher up on the in the track listing.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying about that shit.
Did you really just put that?
He said
Wow.
justice for Louis.
Danny DeVito short ass, really? Oh my lord.
Yeah,
The
Danny
Penguin?
DeVito,
The Penguin?
he was more than the Penguin.
He said Penguin.
He was more than the Penguin. He was a writer. He was a director. He was a
Yeah,
producer.
yeah. Twins, the Penguin, the same
He
shit.
said
He
to
was Throw Mama from the Train with Billy Crystal. Come
Yes,
on now.
yes, that
Come
was
on
good.
now.
Yes, that was good. That was good. I don't think I don't think Taxi was some great sitcom though. That's just me.
It won 18 fucking Emmys.
Oh gee, it
was
won. So
nominated
so
for
so
over
did
50
so
awards.
so did Game of Thrones. I never watched that shit.
We're
That's
not
a Lord of the
gonna
Rings
compare
I
ripoff.
never like
We're
that
not gonna
shit.
compare
Lord of the
that.
Rings ripoff. That's what that is.
I'm more of a Harry Potter
Yeah,
nigga,
Lord of the
so
Rings was a
we ain't
ripoff
gonna get
itself,
started with
too.
that.
From what?
Dungeons
on.
and Dragons.
Come on. Come on.
What did
What?
you just say?
What are you talking about, yo? That was actually a book. That was books that was written, yo.
Oh my god,
That was
Jesus.
books.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
I'm tired of all this Lord of the Rings. I try to get into this. I don't understand how these nerds be masturbating over that fucking shit. Like,
Hey, me personally, it wouldn't be that, but you know what I'm saying?
I ain't
I
going
love
that
the
far.
movies. No, I'm not going that far.
I never got into Lord of the Rings neither. I'm more of a Harry Potter person because I grew up on it when I was
Harry
like
Potter,
in
Harry Potter was good, but the first Lord of the Rings trilogy was epic. After that, when they did the Hobbit trilogy, did not care for that shit. But the first ones, those were epic.
Q, we don't want to hear from you no more. You already said you don't like the Outlaws. Don't
Right?
you dare talk
Exactly.
to me.
Yes. Don't say nothing. I wish you could mute him.
Lord of the Rings is overrated. Okay, man.
Lord.
alright,
Yeah. Track 16.
extradition. What did I say about this track? At this point, I didn't. It was alright.
Lord.
Like, this album is still playing.
Wow.
It's 18 fucking songs. Like, damn.
Yeah.
I know.
If you put both of these albums together, it could have been a triple disc. Like, I don't know.
I feel like shortcomings shortcomings is not really worth it.
Wow.
But yeah,
I
it's
I yeah. I thought it was a good song, and you know, what Cube said, niggas be leaking information, got the feds seeking incarceration. Niggas say my name popped up, bitch hop up, nigga close the shop up. They trying to stop up my cash flow. Leave me asshole naked. Gone in 60 seconds. Burn all the records. I liked his flow on the track. I thought the beat was dope. I like it. I thought it was a good song.
interesting. All right, now we're gonna get into three strikes was in.
Taxi was art.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
it was art. Like
Are you
literally.
planning on doing like a taxi discussion at some point? Because yeah,
I
your
mean,
love for
Was it
see,
the Mona Lisa of its time?
who would watch it though? Because I was questioning. Like,
exactly who would watch that show? Exactly
that's
my
what I'm
point.
saying. Because
Who
like
would
I
watch that
said,
show?
if let's just say if I would have gotten like a cast member to interview, like,
Hmm.
because I would do it. Trust me, I
People will
would.
watch it, but I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna watch it.
Yeah, I mean, trust
Unless you're
me,
pushing it to like the 70-year-olds. My mother watch shit like that. I don't even watch that.
nigga, there's
He
still
said
people that love
7-year-olds.
Taxi. So you'll be surprised how much of a following Taxi has and shit.
Yeah, I bet.
And besides,
I never heard of
you,
it, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
shit.
You rather talk about you want to talk about about Rock, but I didn't even hear you say, "Oh, Rock is the greatest sitcom." You said Taxi.
Hold on, wait a minute. Rock. I said Rock was in my list too. I said Rock over Martin.
What?
What?
Hell no. Hell
Over
no.
Living Single.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
He was not funnier than Martin Lawrence. Hell no.
I never
The
okay, I
Rock.
never said he was funnier. I said overall the writing and overall the feeling of the show.
No.
Let
I
me
disagree.
because like I said, in 2 weeks we're going to talk about this in 2 weeks too. I didn't say the date yet, but I'm gonna say in 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
Yes. Charles S. Dutton would be recognized for his role in Rock.
Bring his ass on here then. Shit.
Nigga, I've been trying to get these. Like I said
You know.
before, like y'all know how long I've been trying to get this shit together because I'm sick and tired. I mean, I love Martin. I love Living Single, but Rock was more dark.
Rock was more darker.
Yeah, like I said, it was dark.
Bring-
It was dark. It was
Bring,
like
bring
Good
his
Times.
bald-headed ass on here so he can talk about this show.
It was Good Times
Because-
minus J.J. Evans. That's the best way to put it.
You think
It
so?
was-
You think that was on Good Times level? Wow.
Hell no.
Yes, it
No.
Are
was.
you serious?
Hell no.
What
Yes,
the
it
fuck?
was.
No.
It got
Who's
unfairly
Daddy
treated by
Wills?
Fox. It got
Wow.
unfairly treated by Fox too.
Damn.
But you know what?
Michael?
Like I said,
James
They
Evans?
cast was not fucking with Good Times cast.
Well, fucking with James Evans. That's everybody's black dad in the 70s who didn't have no dad.
Yeah,
you know, he
yeah.
was out here
Evans
whooping
was
kids'
the-
ass.
He was the greatest dad in TV history. Let's be real. Let's be real. He was the greatest dad in TV. As much as we love Cliff Huxtable, he's way better than Cliff. But James Evans was throwing chairs. He was standing up to drug dealers.
The Evans family was more broke than Rock's family was, though.
Okay, yeah, the Evans family was more broke, but at the same time, Rock's family was not financially like the banks either, and shit like that. Let's be real.
Well, nobody was. They were rich.
There was.
Well, I don't understand your point. Though.
They weren't nigga rich. That was almost white folks
Let's
rich.
talk
You know?
about this in 2 weeks, cause 2 weeks, Rock would get recognized.
Get his bald ass on here so people can give him his flowers. You know.
Have you been watching the show?
I grew up watching the show. I know the show. I'm just saying I don't feel like it's fucking with Martin or Good Times.
Okay, Sam. Now you need to stop. Now
Cosby Show is overrated. What?
You would not be talking about the Jello pudding, Mr.
What
Bill
is wrong with
Cosby
you?
on my watch, sir.
Now, Cosby Show is not overrated.
Wow.
It's not overrated. Cosby Show was a cultural barrier.
Yeah.
Friends is overrated. Seinfeld is overrated.
Right.
I'll tell you that right now. God damn it. Over the Cosby Show. Hell to the nah.
The hell? Reg, your paranoia is affecting the chat because people saying the same shit that you doing.
There's a different world over the Cosby Show. I say that all the time.
I love A Different World. That was a good show. Good spinoff.
Yes, Debbie Allen.
Yeah.
Did a thing on that. Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. I bet y'all who remembers the show Between Brothers with Tommy Davis and Kadeem Hardison on UPN and shit.
I
Never
didn't watch
heard
that
of
shit.
it.
Nope.
Man.
UPN at that time was bad. That was
That was
All
bad.
I know,
Moesha. That was the Moesha
UPN.
time. What you say?
All I
Other
know,
than Moesha, I didn't watch nothing else other than Moesha on there. Did you watch Homeboys in Outer Space? You watch that shit? And Malcolm and
Okay, let's
Eddie?
get to the next song. Three strikes
he
you're
like a
in.
politician. He skipped past that with the quickness.
Yeah, because the less we talk about Homeboys in Outer Space, the better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Let's keep that. Let's keep that. I can rip on the clips, but Homeboys in Outer Space. Let's just keep
Get
that.
the fuck out.
The clips you got.
No, no.
That is not trash. That is just.
Wow.
I have to be drunk to really talk about that.
You have to be drunk to watch that show.
Yes.
Wow.
I have to be on Hennessy, Xanax,
Great.
What the Zanny boy?
vodka.
Wait, he's promoting drugs on here.
Did I say I was promoting drugs?
Henny and Xanax. Please take that when you're watching Homeboys in Outer Space and all the other bad shows on UPN during the 90s.
Like that clue.
This is why I avoided that shit. I didn't watch none of that shit on here.
Don't listen to nothing Reg just said. You're gonna be twitching like little baby and shit. Don't do it.
Right? Yep. You be fucked up like Shaka on horses.
You know what? Let's go into Three Strikes You In. Three Strikes You In. This is actually again another dope track. Q was speaking some real shit, talking about the California law systems at that time too, especially when it came to like how certain people in minorities get harsher sentences over not so serious crimes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
again, and I like the fact that he used like a baseball metaphor.
Yes. Yes.
And shit like it reminds me of the main source,
Mhm.
just a friendly game of baseball, which ironically was talking about racism too
Right.
and shit. So that was a very good track, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Ooh.
This was one of the better songs. Again, like some of the better songs, like at towards the end of the album, it should have been higher up. But love the beat and the baseball references. And he is a Dodge. I believe he's a Dodgers fan. What he said, been on my deck since my last felony. I'm that 0-2 motherfucker with the Louisville Slugger. Love the baseball references and yeah, this was dope. I love the beat. Really hard track.
Yeah, very beat. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of one of the beats that Bob James used for a taxi score and shit. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
wow. Like, that was Bob James. Bob James did that. Well, I like
I
the.
showed you the soundtrack, did I?
I like the Souls. You told me the Taxi soundtrack.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Okay, hold on.
I like the sample that Souls of Mischief used for Cab Driver. That was a dope track from them. I don't even remember that. You had the soundtrack for that. Yes. Yes, the clip slander has to stop, right? Like,
Yeah, man. Y'all gonna put some
What's wrong with
respect
this
on the
dude, man?
Clip's name, man.
holy shit.
If you can,
I feel
if you can write for Birdman and have him spitting fire on what happened to that boy, you get an A+ in my book.
right. His best song. Here you go. Right, yeah. Rock was short lived. It was only like 3 seasons for that show, so it's like one of his favorite shows ever. Oh, you had it on CD? I don't remember you showing me that though.
Yeah, I showed it. I showed it to you plenty of times.
Okay.
Is that a collectible?
What is the
Yeah.
cover though? What is who is that on the cover?
Bob James.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's how he looked.
That's
Yeah,
how
he
Bob
don't look
James
like that now. He look gray as fuck now. That's why I didn't know who he was. He looked
I
like a
was gonna say
grandfather
who?
now.
I was gonna say who's black grandfathers on the album?
Yeah, I'm like, he don't look like that no more.
Alright. The last track is Penitentiary. Nice way to end up the album and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty dope track. Love it.
This was another G Funk type of track. Love the beat and the synthesizers on this. You got Cube saying "Blast in the West" for example, and rap about the shit over funkadelic samples. Yeah, baby, see me, kill a fool on TV, and straight call me a G. Penitentiary, love that joint. I think the Dog Pound would have been a dope feature on this because it had that death row sound to it, and it was a great way to end the album off. Definitely a solid track.
Yes, sir. All right. Overall, you know what? When I first heard this album, I did not like it. I think I've said that like 8 times already. But as I listened to this album in the past couple of years, it's not a disappointment, but at the same time, it was probably his most experimental album to date, and that's saying something.
Yeah, you can tell
Like,
by the album cover and the face
Right.
paint.
yeah, like I think he was Bones before Snoop was Bones and shit. To be real with you, but anyway, this album is a decent album. You know what I'm saying? It's a more harder edge cube. I could do without like the metalish kind of tracks or whatever, but I'll give this album a 3 mics.
I think he was trying to do two things. I think he was trying to be dark and have like that horrorcore sound on certain tracks, and then I think he was his Don Mega alter ego had an influence on a lot of the tracks on here, like Ex Bitches and the was it limos, demos, and bimbos and tracks like that. Like he was trying to do two things at once, and I feel like in like the first 5 or 6 tracks were like more horrorcore, they were more darker, and they fit the mood of the album. And then it's like when you get to songs like the Curse of Money and Cash Over Ass, and I think that's when the Don Mega alter ego came in, and then we got back to some good songs like Penitentiary and Extradition, Three Strikes, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the production was dope, and there were certain songs that wasn't needed on here, but overall, I think this is like the better half of the two albums. I loved Dr. Frankenstein and Pushing Weight, Penitentiary, Fuck Dying. I will give this album 3.5 mics because to me, like, it's way better than the second one we're about to talk about. So this was a dope album. I wish it would have been like a whole hardcore album. I feel like Cube
Yeah.
could pull it off. Like he could do that. You know what I'm saying? And like especially like the first 5 songs, those are like real dark songs coming from Cube. You know what I'm saying? I'm like he should have just made the whole album like that, and I think it would have been like a great album. But he threw in his Don Mega alter ego, and then there was some songs like those middle tracks that I didn't feel like should have been on the album. But overall, I think it was a dope album, and I like that album. The Alfred Hitchcock narrator, there's like the voice that was starting off in a lot of the songs. That was like a nice feature for the album as well, and I thought it was good. This is definitely a solid album.
I had to get this album a listen to because, like I told y'all before, when y'all started the review, I never listened to this album before. I think if he stuck with like more harder tracks, with their hardcore edge, with a mixture of his rapping and storytelling, it would have been a way better album. But his Done Pimp, Illuminati, Done Mega persona just took over, and it
Right.
was just like a yin and yang theory with him. He didn't know which way to actually go,
Hmm.
like with his album and stuff. So I just had to give y'all my rating at a later time.
Right.
Okay. All right. So let's get this bullshit over with. War and Peace Volume 2.
Yep.
This was released in October 12th. I wanna say. No,
October
March
12th.
20,
Wow.
21st, 2000
Yep.
on Lynch Mob under Priority Records. The singles are You Can Do It,
Yes.
Until We Rich, and The Overrated Hello. Wow.
Already, it's overrated already. Wow.
Ain't one of
Now,
these songs on Save the Last Dance soundtrack?
Ice Cube on the Save the Last Dance
I
album.
don't know.
Like the soundtrack, like You Can Do It. Ain't that track on the soundtrack?
Yeah, that is from I think wasn't that the Players Club? Was it on
I
that
think
one?
I think so.
I think the Players Club was on that.
Okay, that's the only song I really know of this album. So
It might be next Friday. I think it's next Friday.
okay,
Yeah.
Alright, producers include Ice Cube, DJ Joe Rodriguez, Dr. Dre, Carl Chucky Thompson, to an extent, Puffy's on this album too.
So
oh
Lord.
god,
Puffy, Bad Boy and the Hitman on the Ice Cube album.
Right?
Okay.
That's just weird.
Oh yo,
Especially you still had the East Coast West Coast tensions at that
Right.
time. So,
Exactly.
well,
Yep.
this was 2000, so it was dying. It
oh,
was
okay,
dead. So
Right.
once Suge was in prison, everybody was free and stuff. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say. But I'm gonna
yeah,
talk
the
about
big
Suge.
bad blood bully was in prison.
Yeah, no, the allegedly big bad bully. Yeah,
Mr. Kool Aid Man was in prison. So,
Yep.
shit. Guest appearances include Dr. Dre, MC Ren,
Yes.
Chris Rock.
no,
How does
Him
Chris Rock
again.
keep finding his way into these? Okay,
Him again.
Mike Epps, Clifton Powell,
who?
is
Clinton
that it?
Powell.
J.O. Felony,
Lord.
Gangster, Squeak Woo, Crazy Bone, Matt 10,
All right.
Miss Toy.
Who?
That's the girl on you can do
Okay. Crazy name. Sound like a porn star.
it.
So this was a transitional album when it came to Ice Cube because around this time his contract with Priority Records was about to be up, but at that same time he was heavy into acting at that time. And around this time too, Next Friday had came out, and the long awaited sequel to Friday, which I'm not gonna lie, not I like Next Friday, don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
none of the other two movies that touched me already. I'm gonna be real, but I know people will disagree, but you know what? Just whatever, whatever and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And so this is like one of those albums. It's like he phoned it in. We've seen this before.
Mhm.
You last album need contract. You phoning it in. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's pretty much it because you can tell like he wanted it because the other War and Peace, I think commercially he didn't really do too well or whatever, and so with this one right here, he was trying to aim for that hit or whatever,
Right.
and it worked because this album was number one on the Billboard hip hop charts or whatever, number three Billboard 200 because Next Friday had came out and shit like that,
Mhm.
so
Right.
easy marketing, easy.
Yeah. A
I
quick
feel
way to
like
go platinum.
right, this nigga was yelling at me and shit. I felt like nigga be yelling at me when I heard this album. Like, oh, this album dumb, nigga. Yeah,
This
I mean,
inner Tupac was in his soul at that time. Oh, let me stop. For you say something, I'm sorry.
but yeah, you already showed the album cover. I'm not even worried
Yes.
about that. All right, let's get this done with because I'm getting kind of hungry a little bit, and I'm about to make some mac and cheese tonight. All right, track one, "Hello," featuring Dr. Dre and MC Ren. Okay, I don't really dislike this track. I just don't feel like, as a reunion of NWA, it was a bit underwhelming, in my opinion. I kind of preferred the Chin Check song with Snoop Dogg on the Next Friday soundtrack.
Mhm.
That was way better. But to me, with this, I don't know, with this track right, I felt like Cube and Dre, they were okay, but Ren was the one he really did his thing on this one and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of felt like the beat, it definitely sounded a little bit like The Watcher a little bit. I don't know if it was just me, but
It's just you.
fuck it. But you know what? A lot of people like this song. I more prefer Chin Check. That's just me.
Just joint is banging. Like I loved it. Really hard beat and the pianos and the bass line and have you seen them perform this at those Up in Smoke tour? Like they ripped it.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the highlights of that concert film. And I love the chorus. I started this gangster shit and it's the motherfucking thanks I get. Love the chorus of that. Dre killed it to me with his verse. Did I fall off? Got you in your room ripping every chronic poster on your wall off just because I put away the sword off. Now I got you sitting back with a smirk, listening with your arms crossed. Fire. And I know Dre didn't write his verse. Like somebody wrote that for him. Maybe it was Eminem or something. But
Yeah.
like when you look at this track, like this is the official reunion because Snoop Dogg is not a part of NWA. Like he was good for a feature on Chin Check, but this is the actual OG members that came out with a banging track. And if all three of them came out with a whole NWA album and you sprinkle in some Easy Lost verses, that would have went multi platinum. Definitely a banger. I loved it. A great way to start off this album, even though it's not great, but they picked the right song to start off this album with.
That okay, I'll agree with you on that. All right, next song is Pimp Homeo. Yeah, this is Mike Epps. Um, yeah, I don't care about the skits on this album.
Yeah, didn't like the skit. It was whack.
Now we're gonna get
Yeah.
into You Ain't Got a Lie to Kick It featuring Chris Rock, and yes, that's where Kevin got the line from
What
and
the
shit like
fuck,
that.
man?
You said what?
Oh man.
Really, Chris Rock? Or what is? I mean,
How is he finding his way in all these albums?
what is this
I don't
nigga
know.
doing? Is he
I
using
love
a
Chris
Haitian
Rock.
like voodoo ritual to get on these niggas' albums? What the fuck is going on?
I love it. I
Oh
love Chris
man.
Rock, but on a hip hop album, I could care less. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, so this track right here, I ain't
No,
care for this.
I didn't like this. Not. I didn't like the beat. I didn't like nothing about it. No.
Yeah. And even like the lyrics, like the Dandada, I'm hotter than the holy water. Wish I was your baby father, cause I got the fucking head on my shoulder.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Sound like Nicki Minaj on Insta.
Because I'm a man.
God.
Rah rah, I'm a Dandy Dragon.
These bitches ain't fucking with me.
Ain't fucking with the queen. I'm here right now.
Young money. Let me stop. Alright, let me stop. But yeah, this song was trash.
Yeah.
Now that gutter shit.
This is
Now
dope.
we
Ooh.
get into this shit right here.
Mhm.
This is actually, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite track because there's an uncredited member on this group, or I'm not gonna say
There's
who
not a
it
lot
is.
of there's not a lot of good stuff to choose from on this album though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a lot, nah. But yeah, gutter shit. This was some gangster rap fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, fucking J.O. Felony, one
Mhm.
of the last survivors of gangster rap at that time and shit like that. Definitely doing this thing on this one. He stole the show, in my opinion. Not a lot of quotable lines, I'm not gonna say, but let me manage to read something just so I can prove why it's me. He said some shit like, God damn, what the? Oh yeah, cause the gangs of niggas be trying to spit, but you can't spit it like this. I come equipped to rip any battle and leave him strong in his crew, but they put a twist like Trump. I can collapse and puncture the lungs of anyone. Oof.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta get my hands on that. Those first two albums at least, man. Oof.
Right. Yeah, it's a dope song. Love the beat on here, the synthesizers. This is like a fuck you type of track to chicks. And you know, we got Cube saying nowadays crazy ass bitches want their bills paid, but can't even make a good thing of Kool-Aid. But chicken heads get chicken feed, little dick and weed, everything that a chicken need. Love this flow on that. One of the better songs on this album.
Yes, sir. Um, Now we're gonna get into Supreme Hustle, which first you had Mike Epps, now you had Clifton Powell, doing his legendary Pinky. This was a pimping track, to say the least. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, not really a big, not really a big fan of this one and shit like that. Not really a big fan because at that time everybody wanted to be a pimp and shit like that.
Right.
That whole shizzle, izzle, whatever you want to call that. It kind of saddens me that Q kind of went that route, but you know what?
Right.
Whatever works.
It was a decent track. It's not one of my favorites. It was okay.
I feel you. Next track is the Mental Warfare. This is actually a skit I don't mind because it leads into the next track. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
We were just talking about like fucking life in a prison or whatever, but
Right.
actually my favorite skit off this album to say something.
It was dope. I like the Battle Cat beat. Cube saying, "I don't want to lose. All I want to do is sin. I fucked up today. Can I try again?" I liked it. It was decent.
Yeah, which leads us into 24 more hours. Which I'm not gonna lie, I felt like the beat was pretty much the MVP on this one and shit like that. Which the song itself was good. Pretty much just talking about him, like in life in the prison and shit like that or whatever. But at the same time, it was just that fly ass beat by Battle Cat and stuff like that. Which I'm not gonna lie, some of the beats on this album was a little bit better on Volume One. That's one thing I will give.
Yeah,
My
skit
bad.
before that should have probably been on volume one too. It probably would have fit better.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, my bad. I was talking about that track. Mental warfare was okay. Like that skit was actually that's I didn't mind that skit being on the album because the other skits on it were terrible. But that skit was actually like him talking about like you don't have to be in prison to actually be in prison. Like you're a prisoner of your motherfucking mind and 24
message,
miles. That's the song I was talking about, huh?
message.
Yeah, right. The Battle Cat joint on 24 hours. That joint was fire. I actually like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're gonna get into Until We Rich featuring Crazy Bone, which I'm not gonna lie. At first, I did not like this song at first, but I feel like this song kind of aged better than most songs on this
Right.
album and stuff like that. Crazy Bone definitely did his thing on this one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like it.
That to me, this is the best song on the album. Like Kim and Crazy Bone, I loved it. It's a real laid back, feel good track. You know what I'm saying? And this could have been like it was a good day part two. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
it had like that G funk sound. And yeah, I love this track, man. It was definitely my favorite on here.
I feel you. Now we can do You Can Do It featuring Mac 10 and Miss Toy. This was the next Friday connection also comes into play because this track was on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I never cared for this track, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh my god, it's just it's just again, you saw what you was trying to fucking do. I don't get
Yeah.
It's overplayed. It's just it was too. They played that joint too much when it came out.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know.
Yeah, this
I
the only song I know off the album. So it was on the Save the Last Dance movie. So that's the only thing I know from this album. It's alright for the clubs and like the girls to shake their ass to though, but besides that, it's solid. It's alright.
Right.
right. I didn't care for American and Driving Skid.
Nah, that was right.
You think this album got more skits on here than Janet Jackson's Riddle Nation album?
No, that whole album was half songs, half skits, my brother.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's dance.
You get the picture. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Right. It's
Skit be
like
like 3 seconds. You can
3
add that to the
seconds.
fucking album. I mean
It's
the
a fuck.
song.
Oh man. What's
Uh,
your favorite? What's your favorite track? Oh, the skit. you know.
Shit was two
Yeah.
seconds long. Oh, that's the favorite. That's my favorite
Crazy.
song.
Right.
Rhythm Nation.
That's
You
one
bet.
second apiece.
You bet I'll just add it.
Oh,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't know what she was thinking when she did that. Like, what's going on with you, Janet?
I don't understand that.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I did. Anyway, gotta be insanity. Yes, gotta be insanity. I'm still listening to this album at this point. Yeah. Ironically, Puffy and Mario Winans produced this one,
Wow,
and it
did
had
he actually produce something?
Yep.
well,
Wow.
on
Co-produced.
paper, yeah,
Co-produced.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm finna say I
it
must have hit
had
my head or something.
it definitely had like a G Funk feel to it. I don't know if it was just y'all, but yeah,
I
this
didn't
was
hear that though. I didn't hear that. G Funk. I didn't hear G Funk on this track.
it was trash.
It was this was a track that could have been for Mace or Loon or one of them, not for Ice Cube album. I didn't like it.
Now we're gonna
Maybe
get
it could have went on Loon's album because that double up album. I don't know.
Right. And remember, Cube was on Born Again, so I'm guessing Puffy owed him a favor. Like, yeah, I'll jump on this terrible album.
I would have never known that if you told me.
Yeah.
yeah. remember when Biggie said that the old Q with a new Q.
Right? And he's on a Biggie project. Like what?
Anyway, now we're gonna get into Roll All Day. This one right here was okay. You a chicken head and I'm chicken hawking. Now we're talking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, man.
Okay.
It was
That sounds
okay,
like a Mac 10 title, like to one of his
Yeah.
albums. So I don't
right?
know why he put that on there. And I don't see no Dub C on here neither. I guess he was too smart to get on this album, so I can't blame him.
Right? No, I didn't like it.
Now, the most absurd song on probably is discography. Can you bounce?
Bounce to the next track.
Man, you making an ass track,
A wet track?
like a shake your ass, like a.
Right.
This was his juvenile back that ass up track.
No.
Who you think he is? The Hot Boys? You don't do that to you. What's wrong with you?
Listen to this verse right quick. I hear you bragging about the money you folding. Same nigga that be kissing my colon. When you picture me rolling, nigga picture me holding pure heat like Nolan. They call me Papa Doctor.
Okay.
I knock her. I collect them like Pokemon. From no
What?
shot.
He said that?
Pokemon. Wow.
Except the ones with the behind. Keep them from people when I'm sleeping. Same bitches, same club,
man.
same drink, same
The
best
very
ring.
best.
What would you do with my head? To stay with?
No way.
God.
And then this is the chorus. Wiggle, wiggle, make it jiggle. Just a
That's
little.
fucking Hot Boys, man. What did you doing, Q?
Wiggle, wiggle,
Trash.
make it little.
It gets worse when Reg recites the lines too. Like,
That's the
it just sounds
504
bad.
boys right there from No Limit. What is you doing? You don't
Wiggle,
do
wiggle,
that.
make it jiggle. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, no,
Hell no.
no, no,
The
no.
most absurd.
And I ain't even listened to the track, and I already know it's garbage. Fuck that.
Bad.
Like,
You lead it up to the 504 boys, and you lead it up to the New Orleans rappers. You don't do that.
Like, nigga,
What is wrong with you? We already got Juvenile fucking up back that ass up with that stupid ass song he put out about the you know what. We don't need you putting out this garbage.
Wiggle, wiggle, make it jiggle.
Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Trash.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to say. At this point, I'm just like, yo.
Next track.
Yeah.
Then it was the CEO.
Whack.
Yeah.
No good.
Record Store Pimpin', my favorite track off this album.
Yes.
This and the next track have an EPMD influence.
Yes.
That's why I said EPMD was the best guest on this whole album.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much this is Ice Cube's version of Please Listen to My Demo and whatnot, just talking about how rappers let the record company control them or pimp them. You know, this coming from the same guy where many people accuse them of mishandling their funds and money, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. But this was a good song too, you know what I'm saying? I love the line when he says it's essential because the record company will have your ass in a rental. If you let them, you have a bedhead on. Contracts you never read them. COs you never met them. Sent to an attorney, Bernstein and Bernie. Nigga, that's his lawyer. Ain't got nothing for you. I love that line and stuff.
Yep.
Pretty dope track. And whatever, nice way to pay homage to EPMD's Please Listen to My Dick.
Yes. The Phaso Riding High sample, that was fire. I love that. And the beat was real laid back. And Cube's, talking about the janky record labels. Show me one nigga dedicated to raps. I'll show you two niggas dedicated to snaps. Record company death traps. Setting decoys just to pimp young b-boys. I love that. This is an actual good song. Again, like some of the good songs are on the bottom, and they needed to be higher up on the track listing.
Yeah, he went sample crazy on this album because Ronnie been saying all types of artists and groups been using, been getting sampled by Q to put out a garbage album though. But
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit. Next EPMD influence track is Waiting to Hate, where they used the so what what's the beat
So what you saying?
What you saying beat.
Yeah.
This is like jacking for beats right here and shit. Like
Hmm.
anyway, um, pretty dope track. I like it. Not as good as the record company Pimpin', but at the same time, I fuck with it.
Just to hear Cube like on so what you're saying again, we ain't hear that since Jacking for Beats, and I'm like, yo, this is the Cube I want to hear. This joint was fire, and Cube saying, yo, we can go to war with the enemy. All we need is AKs and Hennessy. This ain't back in the days of Tennessee. Pull the trigger and release the energy. And I love the chorus. Look at them niggas just trying, waiting to hate. Look at them bitches just waiting to hate, waiting to hate. I love that. Definitely a solid track. Again, it should have been higher up. I don't know why he put like waiting to hate in a record company pimping solo on the album. I thought those were like some of the best joints on this terrible album. So
Because we wanted to make it jiggle, make it wiggle.
that was his downfall though.
He wanted to back that ass up.
Yeah,
And the last song, the nigga of the century, whack title, first of all.
trash, trash.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A weak way to end off this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had your boy Pain in the Ass, who sounded like exactly what his name said. He was a pain in the ass on this track.
What the fuck kind of
Yeah.
name is that for a rapper?
That's Jay Z's boy from Reasonable Doubt. He was on that album, the Puerto Rican cat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't like him on here.
I stick to the mad rapper on skits and shit. I don't know
Yeah.
who this other motherfucker is. So.
Speaking of Jay-Z, I gotta watch that rock and roll induction shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Nigga
It
need
should
to
be on
cut them
streaming.
dreads, man. Like
Yeah,
looking like a yardie. You need to cut these things, nigga.
Alright. Okay, so this album, not a good album. This album's trash. Bad. This was pretty much the beginning of the downfall, in my
Yeah.
opinion. War and Peace Volume 1, I didn't really care for Down too much, but it was good. He at least tried. This one
Right.
you can tell he phoned it in.
Yeah,
Well, you can tell he phoned it in with priority because, mind you, he didn't do another album until the Laugh Now prior. Well, technically, Terrorist Threats, but solo Laugh
Right.
Now prior later. With that's another album we're gonna have to talk about one day, but
that's just
at least we're gonna finish LL's discography.
Oh
I
God,
feel like-
we still with LL? Are we still doing L right now?
I was gonna say we're gonna do a double review on Exit 13 on Authentic.
Oh God, is that a trash review?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Damn.
Lord, holy
Well,
shit!
Exit 13 has some joints, but
Really?
Authentic is trash.
Wow,
Just so I can finish LL and say I did it.
I think I'm gonna get drunk with that day because I really don't want to talk about those bad LL albums.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh God,
Like,
man,
but yeah, this is the one mic for me.
this
Awesome.
album, what happened? Because like I felt like he put all his effort and creativity in the first part, and in the second part he's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just put whatever. And I dig the concept that he wanted to make both albums different, but both albums are different in bad ways. like clearly the war disc is the better half. The peace disc could have been so much better if he had more, not even like club joints like You Can Do It, but even if you had like more Until We Rich type of songs on here, and songs like the Waiting to Hate type of joints where he used like familiar samples that people could relate to, then I think it would have been a better album. But a lot of these songs were no good. I didn't like the production. You have Puff Daddy on the album. Like, you were going to war with the old East Coast. You formed West Side Connection because of that whole Pac and Biggie feud, and you have Puff Daddy on your album. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, that was like an out of place track that didn't belong on here. There was a couple songs on here that shouldn't have been on this album. And there are some joints I like. I do love Record Company Pimpin' and Waiting to Hate. 24 More Hours. Hello to me was great. Until We Rich. That's it. Everything else was not good.
It's only
A lot.
5 songs.
Yeah, I picked the best 5. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the songs were outdated as well. So I'm giving this 2 mics. It's not a great companion piece. I mean, if anybody wants to complete the set and buy both, that's cool. But I would just suggest you just buy the War disc and that's it. Just totally ignore this one.
Maybe Volume 2 should have been like an EP or something with like the favorite tracks.
Right.
It would have been way better, probably.
Yeah.
Cause I know if I listen to the war part, I most likely would like this one better than like the second one.
Right.
So I had to give both of these a good listen. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was a good review, y'all.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it inside the zine before I head out. Just we haven't really done one in the. Well, actually, we did one with the Kumo D book, but that was a book.
Right.
So, which one do y'all want to pick? The Suge Knight issue or
Mm.
the Mike Tyson Jet magazine issue?
Pick the sauce drink.
So the fourth joint.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real. This one is the ratings. Y'all gonna be
Yeah,
y'all
we already know.
yelling.
Oh boy.
We know how
Yeah.
Dave Mays get down.
Ronnie said, worst album, One Piece Volume 2 or the LL10 album. Definitely the Peace album is worse.
I don't know neither of those albums, especially like LL Cool J's later work after the GOAT. So
10 album was bad, but he had some joints I could play. But this one was worse than 10
yeah,
to me.
Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite Source issues. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Hmm.
I like the album. I mean, the magazine cover was Suge.
yeah, you got Kool-Aid Suge Knight on there with the Kool-Aid
Yeah,
strawberry
man.
kudo.
Like, say what you want to say about Suge, but he was killing them suits, man. I ain't gonna front.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes niggas gotta learn a few things from Suge these days and shit. That's all I gotta say.
Oh boy.
I'm not trying to say make niggas drink piss and some shit.
Yeah, that's some sick ass shit right there.
So yeah, this is Mo Thugs.
Hmm.
So I was thinking about doing that Temptations idea and shit. But I'm not gonna say it on live yet.
Okay.
Trying to get Ash and DJ on that one.
I don't remember what it was, but I'm sure it'll be nice. It'll be good.
I'll text it to you. Hold on.
Okay. Knee Boy said, are we discussing till the casket drops? I think we might at some point.
Wait, ain't that the one? Oh, that's Hell Has No Fury. Excuse me.
Yes. Uh, Tuesday is Lord willing, and then Hell Hath No Fear will be next Sunday because that's the album anniversary. Till the
Yeah.
casket drops, I don't
Ooh.
know when we're doing that. So
We
Yeah,
can. I
'cause that one
mean,
came out in
we can do
09.
that. You want to do that one?
December 8th. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a Tuesday. I mean, we can do that because that's a couple days before graduation, so I can squeeze that in.
Okay. Well, Knee Boy, I hope to see you there.
Yeah. Do that. You want to do that? Your channel or my channel?
I wasn't planning on talking about no more albums. I'm just doing Lord willing because we had to put respect on the Clips album. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn right.
That's the Clips album. So the casting. That's the Clips one we talking
Yeah,
about.
that's that
All right.
third. That's their last
That's
album.
that's the third album. That's the third one.
You know, well, I'll just do
I mean,
it.
the fourth one actually is technically the fourth one.
Yeah, between his
Oh, okay.
exclusive
Yeah.
audio footage that
Yeah.
should have been out,
Yeah.
but the shit got shelved.
Hmm.
Well, just to finish out the Clips. I mean, I'll see.
Right.
Just to finish that out. Keyword I'll see. Cause, but yeah, they got MC Ren, the Villain in Black album,
Nice.
which
I got that on vinyl.
Dope album.
I like the album. I
Mm.
like the album and shit like that. I like the G Funk edge to it.
Right.
Yeah, man. I definitely gotta get my hands on Shock of the Hour.
Yeah. Same.
Oh man, these '90s models and shit. I swear to God. Like, who told this boy to do this?
Who is that?
What the hell?
Who is that? Perry Ellis. Perry Ellis had. Is that Tyson Beckford?
Nah.
Oh.
Yeah, Need Boy 12. It just depends
Yeah.
on what the album is.
Yeah.
Shit.
What do you think about Authentic? I haven't heard it. Yeah, it already sound like trash with that title.
I don't know what that is from
The
LL.
the last LL album.
I thought it was Exit 13. Was his last
Nah,
album?
that was the last one on Def Jam.
Uh,
All right. So the Source System, they say have the best buys. Tribes, Beat Rhymes Life, Blase Blase, blah blah blah. Mr. Mike, Wicked Waves, the High School High soundtrack, and Drew Down. Can you feel me? Heavy
Woo.
Okay.
rotation. Heavy rotation. It was written. Nas, Jay Z's Reasonable Doubt, Daylight, Stakes is High, Helter Skelter, Nocturnal, Ghetto Boys, Resurrection, Master P, Ice Cream Man, Lost Boys, Illegal Drug Money, Too Shorts, Getting It, Crucial Conflict, The Final Tick, and Set X, Wild
Wow.
Cowboy.
Wow.
That ice
Dope
cream
album.
man though, fire.
For real. Paying homage to the Middle Passage and shit.
Right.
Lil Kim.
Dope.
Before she went under the knife,
Right.
was looking like a chocolate bar. Now you looking like an off-brand Asian dog.
So, Q-Tip's Ghetto Hold got the hip hop quotable.
Right.
A lot of beats rhymes like loving this issue. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It was a good album.
Mario Van Peebles solo.
I saw that a long time ago. That was a terrible movie.
I never seen it, so
Yeah. I think he was like out in the desert. It was like some Stargate shit.
boo.
Wanna miss everybody. Wanna miss everybody. The exhibit. Getting a spotlight.
Dope.
All right.
Houdini's last album, Six, which,
I heard that a long time ago. That was the one on
Never
Social
listened
Death.
to it.
yes, sir.
Yeah. I didn't. I remember the production wasn't that good.
Well, this is why Jermaine Dupri. So.
Why y'all
he,
leave with Jermaine Dupri alone, man?
he was still in his prime then.
He was pumping Janet Jackson's big ass too, so he was
Yeah.
Oh man.
a lucky bastard. You get to see them titties. You ain't have to wait till Justin Timberlake rip us off and shit.
You know what? Let's leave that man out of this.
All right.
Tired of all these damn models and shit. God damn.
Yeah.
Ghostface.
Yep. Dope.
Breakdown Black Friday.
Yes.
We clubbing.
Aaliyah, yeah.
Rest in peace. Oh yeah, I just got her box set too. It's
Oh
supposed to
wow.
come tomorrow, so I'll do a video on that.
Dope.
Oh, all the albums and shit.
The one in a million, I got it in a box set, and I got like an extra copy of a one in a million CD. It was like $8.
Oh
Like
wow.
I got the cassette too, so I'm gonna show y'all that in the video.
Nice.
I had to send y'all the link to the website, but y'all can just order her stuff because it's on a discount now.
Right.
You know what? I'm just gonna skip to the fucking round. I don't care for all these.
No, I would never think that Q. A Walmart
Oh,
version
Lord.
of Puff Daddy.
Hell no. He's better.
Yeah,
All right.
He's actually producing shit. Puffy ain't doing that.
he actually got a diamond R&B album.
Right.
Diddy don't got that.
No. Except for
Alright.
Biggie. I think Biggie went diamond, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Got the ratings. Got the ratings.
Okay. Let's see what this cheese gonna go.
Oh my god.
Tribe Called Quest beats Rhymes in Life. 4 mics.
That's a good rating.
Very good rating. Crucial Conflict. The Final Tick. 3.5 mics.
I never heard that one.
I never heard
I
it.
didn't listen to them.
I would give it at least a 4 mic album.
4 mics?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was around that time they had that song, Hey.
Right.
Oh.
I remember that.
They were, again, another Midwest group going after Bone Thugs and shit like that. So, very underrated album. I mean, it kind of gets lost in the shuffle, but I fuck with it.
Yeah, but Jermaine Dupri is a real songwriter. He's allowed to talk on his track. The Puffy ain't. Puffy's like hiring everybody, and then he's taking the credit for it. That's two different things.
Yeah, take
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
Bad boy, baby.
Jermaine ain't talking crazy like how Puffy
Yeah.
be talking on songs, man.
JD can actually play the production part and
Right,
actually talk about something on his songs. Diddy just can be Diddy.
right.
Yeah. Above the law, time will reveal.
Never
Three
heard
and a
that.
half mics.
I never
Is it,
heard it
is it
neither.
good?
I heard this album, and I'm not
Mm,
gonna lie, it
yeah.
was not that good.
Oh wow.
To me, and this was my main issue. Everything they did after Uncle Sam's Curse, it did
Mm,
not really have that G Funk edge like that.
right.
And I know at that time too, they had issues with Tamika Wright. I think not think
So
Tamika
bored.
Wright, either Tamika Wright or somebody in Ruthless. Because
Everybody had issues with her.
yeah, because at that yeah, it was Tamika Wright. Because actually at that time too, when Edie died, she wanted to kind of like rebrand Ruthless, not doing that a lot of gangster rap shit.
Oh,
And above
That's
the
what it
law,
was made of.
crazy.
and
Bitch is
above the
crazy.
law,
What the fuck is wrong
they
here?
had issues.
What was she
Yeah, they
trying to
had
do
issues
with Ruthless, which might make it pop? What's she trying to do with the label?
Turn it into a Christian label or something?
I mean, she wasn't trying to like fully disregard the gangster rap. From what I've heard, she tried to like downplay it a little bit, and a lot of
Why?
artists like Bone Thugs had issues with her. I want to say Ren had issues with her, if I'm not mistaken. But
Damn.
yeah, and above the law, they signed to Tommy Boy Records,
Right.
and Tommy Boy, and it was kind of interesting because at that time Tommy Boy was they had Coolio, I think Naughty by Nature they was still on
Yep.
Tommy Boy at that time too.
Yep.
So
And De La was still there.
yep. So you would think, and this album was at least going to be some quality, but a lot of songs was good, but it was just the production was just it was not the above the law production
Right.
I was used to because the first three albums, and I would even say the vocally pimping EP
Right.
was straight fire. Everything after Uncle Sam's Curse was hit or miss.
Right.
All right. Real Lives, the turnaround, a long awaited drama. Three mics.
That's better than three mics, man.
That's at least a 4.5.
Yes, definitely. We talked about that album, right? Or
We
no?
never
We
talked
never
about
talked
that
about
album because I recently heard that album like 3-4 years ago.
that? Okay.
But that's not that we can talk about in the future. And shit.
Yeah. It's hard to get to.
Exhibits at the speed of life.
Great
Three
album.
mics. They
Five
bugging.
mics. They fucked up.
5 mics.
Three
Definitely.
mics? That's what they
They
said?
bugging. Yes.
Wow.
They bugging. Five mic
Cause
album.
They give albums like that 3 mics, but Benzino get 4.5.
Exactly. Exactly. Right.
That's
That
garbage juice.
remember that Archangel bullshit he came out with, and I'm like, this is not no classic album.
Never heard nothing that No Neck Bastard put out.
Trash.
So
yeah.
Trash. Come on. Exhibit 3 mics? Never.
Well, because you also got to remember too, at the speed of life was more like an underground
Yeah.
success,
But it was
and a
a
lot of cats,
mm,
a lot of the West Coast cats weren't. They liked him, but at the same time, they were like not keen to like the boom bap production because if you like the Ras cast,
right. Solo nice. Right.
yeah,
Yeah, but everybody can't do gangster rap though.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
got their own style.
Everybody can't do the pimp shit. So it's like if you're not Too Short, if you're not E40, if you're not Snoop and Dre, what is next? There's the boom bap. Cypress Hill had no problem doing that, and they made millions off of that. So I don't understand. So everybody can't do boom bap now.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily just call Cypress boom bap, boom bap.
What is Cypress Hill? What is them? What are they then?
I mean,
To me,
don't get me wrong. They have their influence, but at the same time, they have the Latin flavor that they always put. They also
Yeah.
mix alternative metal with their music
right.
too.
But majority is like boom bap beats. That Muggs is still doing boom bap production.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's what they was to me. I didn't look at them like they were gangster or or pimp. They were boom bap. They just was on the West Coast.
they should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too.
Definitely.
Definitely.
And they need the verses.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Naughty by Nature and Cypress Hill.
Mm.
No? Who would you put against
I mean,
Cypress Hill?
I won't put Naughty against Das, but at the same time, I feel like Cypress and I feel like Naughty was shit.
I
Cypress,
think Naughty would watch DOS effects though.
of course.
I feel like they would watch. Well, why would you want to put them against DOS effects if they're gonna get
I mean,
watched?
either that's effects or laws. I'm trying to think of people in that
No,
era.
I don't think Laws got 20 for them. And I've seen people that was like a topic on Instagram yesterday. Like, who would you put against Cypress? So a lot of people said Naughty. I seen people say Lords of Underground. I'm like, Lords of Underground only had 2 albums out. They don't have 20 for Naughty.
Okay, well, Onyx and Dust. I'll put Onyx and
I like Onyx too. I think Onyx could battle Naughty or MOP.
I feel like Onyx might give Naughty a run for their money too. To be real with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, man. But anyway, I think that's interesting. Ultra, which was Cool Keith and the late Tim Dog supergroup Big Time.
Mhm.
3 mics.
I didn't hear that one. Was it
I
good?
never heard it neither.
You never heard it?
It's all right. It's not really one of my favorites.
Right.
Blase, blase, blah blah blah. 3 mics.
I agree with that rating. It was a decent album.
Yeah,
I never heard it.
Wasn't anything groundbreaking.
Right.
Wasn't anything.
Yeah, it wasn't whack. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Compilations that they highlighted. Prince Paul's, the psychoanalysis. What is it? I love that one.
Never heard that one.
Gina Thompson. No one does it better.
That was a good album.
Never heard that one.
I ain't never heard it neither.
That was the joint with the things you do, the remix that Missy and Puff was on.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
High School High soundtrack.
That was a decent soundtrack. That had some joints on there.
Yeah, and the 112 self-titled.
That was a
Right.
classic album. Classic
Classic.
112 album, yeah.
All right. Sure shot singles. Jew Downs, Can You Feel Me?
Fire.
Very
Using
dope
that Fat
track.
Boy sample.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was a song he was going after Too Short with that one.
Nah, I think that was Mr. Buster.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Mr. Buster. Yeah, you're right. LL Scratch, me and the chick. Never heard that one.
Is that from the third album?
Oh, probably a soundtrack. Cause that's
Oh,
96.
Yeah, what the hell
Maybe.
is that from? Okay.
Yeah, I never heard this one.
No.
Wu Tang's Wu Wear, dope.
That's from High School High, yeah. That was dope.
And Chuck D, No, love that.
That's from his
track.
first solo album, yeah.
Yes.
That was great.
All right, and that's everything on this one.
Yeah, so they didn't really fuck up the album reviews that much on this one issue.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
one
I'm
the
kind of
cool one.
surprised.
We got that shit right.
Yeah. What about Smooth the Hustler? What about him? Smooth the Hustler? I don't think he got 20 joints out there to do a versus.
Yeah.
Nah, didn't he only come out with
But
one album?
Yeah. Who you putting up against Mace?
Allegedly, Def Jam kind of dropped Smooth for Jay-Z. Allegedly, that's
Did he?
because
Did
they were both from Brooklyn.
Right.
Smooth didn't really have that mainstream appeal like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They
for
still
what.
use them for like that
Yeah.
street underground like level and stuff. Like
Mhm.
when you have different artists from the same borough, you should not just get two of the same type of niggas. You should get like two different dudes. Like you gonna be mainstream, but you gonna be street. But y'all still can cross over and do y'all same thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night because I gotta get some shit done tonight with this thesis and shit.
All right.
Right.
But this has been real as fuck. For announcements, so Tuesday is gonna be the Lord willing, and I think on both those albums are out of print too.
Both the volumes are out of print?
I think
I didn't know that.
because I know Volume 2 is not on streaming like that.
Well, you're not missing nothing if you don't find volume 2. Just forget volume 2 and get volume 1.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway. Tuesday is gonna be the Lord willing review.
Yes.
Hell
That'll be at 6-7 p.m. We're doing that one early.
Yeah, you can do that at 7 p.m.
Okay, 7 p.m. Lord willing, Dating Rap Podcast.
Text me the
Tuesday.
time too.
7 p.m. Tuesday night.
All
Lord
right.
willing.
Got you.
Yes.
A
All right.
classic.
Yes.
Wednesday, I plan on doing the Jacksons maybe tomorrow album.
Okay.
Classic
Um,
too.
yes, sir.
What time is that? 11 too?
11.
Okay.
Yeah. Friday, that's gonna be the Ghostface
Yes.
Black Friday discography breakdown. We're
Crazy.
gonna do that one probably 11 as well. And Sunday is the
Hell has no
second.
fury.
Hell has no fear. Got
Yes.
you.
A great album.
Hell yeah. By
Much
Mike.
better.
Okay, come. Both of them are fire now.
uh,
But yeah, man. And yeah, like I mentioned, December every Sunday in December is gonna be the fresh DJ Jazz Jeff and the Fresh Prince
yes.
and stuff like that too.
What you
So
call it? You call it tis the season or
tis the
something like?
season to be fresh.
Right. I love that.
That's what's up right there. That's
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
I would copyright that.
Right.
Yeah, I would copyright that too. That's
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
So we
That's
want
how.
to talk
That's how you
about
name it. Name it officially that.
hashtag. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna talk about the first Rock the House album. She's a DJ. I'm the rapper. And in this corner, and then we're gonna end it off with Code Red.
Dope.
Yeah. Because we already talked about home
Yeah.
base
Home base. Yeah.
months ago and shit like that,
Mhm.
which really cannot wait to do that because I'm tired of all this
Mhm.
Jada Will. So
Yeah,
This
man.
whole
I know it.
entangled.
Yeah, before I'm just tired of all this shit. And plus, his book recently came out. The
Yeah.
King Richard movie came out too. So
I'm
well,
gonna watch that too.
yeah, what better way to talk about the hip hop career of Will? And there's also this talks about Will and LL doing the verses with each
Yeah,
other.
I heard about that. Yep. That needs to happen.
That'd
Definitely.
be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad with it.
I won't
Yeah.
be mad either.
That'd be good.
I feel like y'all might get mad, but Will might give L a run for his money.
Oh yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think
Definitely.
LL still a win though, but it'll be a good
Oh, oh,
versus
oh,
though.
We'll,
oh, most
we'll
definitely.
see. We'll see.
I think
Yeah.
it'll be better than Stephanie Mills and the Shaka Khan one. With I don't fucking what the
I
fuck
need to
was wrong
leave.
with her, man?
I need to leave Shaka alone.
I like Shaka Khan, but like, what the
they
fuck was
they
you
giving
doing?
her a pass because she's a legend. Like she was
Motherfuckers
fucking
up there
high.
paying you. Just cause he got some big titties don't mean you can just be up there slurring and shit like
She
you on a
was
3 6
she
Mafia
was
song.
high as a bat, and they giving her a pass because she's a legend. Like no, that's not supposed to happen.
Queen Stephanie Mills should not be loyal to this distinguished
Right.
like disgracefulness.
Exactly.
Like this shit is just crazy. Like we wanted to see something classic up there. Like
Mhm.
when you up here and they paying y'all good goddamn money to do these verses, y'all should not be doing that, man.
Exactly. Especially that, and people going out in COVID to see them, and this is what she's doing.
And I
You
got
know?
her Hello Happiness album. Like, imagine her being drunk and high on that album. Like, I don't want to hear that. It's only 7
Yeah.
fucking songs on there, so like,
Right.
I don't want to hear her for 7 songs being drunk.
Right.
Damn. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, oh, speaking of verses, when I do this whole Bone Thugs and 3 6 Mafia, I'm not going to go live until I see the rappers actually on stage because
Right.
Yeah,
that
I don't
whole
want them to go live 50 minutes later, like some other verses.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
because that whole what was it, DJ battle, wasting my StreamYard minutes and shit like that.
Right.
So, yeah. So yeah, just let y'all know. Hope you guys have a good night.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'll
you
see
too,
y'all
homie.
later. Thank you,
All right.
Eric. Peace.
All right,
Salute,
y'all.
Eric.
All right.
All right. Salute.